What is it called? Hi, I'm Adut and I'm a model.
And I'm Jawara, international hairstylist.
And we're here today with Victoria's Secret, speaking about black hair, speaking about our experiences, the changes we'd like to see.
We're having an enlightened conversation. Hopefully you get something from it, if not to inform, just to understand a bit more another side. And we hope you guys enjoy it. We work together quite a lot.
Yes, we do.
And we wanted to have a conversation today about specifically black hair care.
Within our industry.
And what the industry is like currently and what we'd like to see.
Yeah.
So with your experience as one of the top models in the world, so successful, so proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
What do you think you would like to see moving forward as it pertains to black models backstage and care and treatment?
Based on the experiences I've had since modeling, something I would like to see and something I've been seeing a bit more, diversity in the industry in terms of it's yourself, it's maybe one more other black hairstylists who are mainly used for editorials and shows, but there isn't too many of you, and that's something I would like to see change. And
I would too.
Yeah.
Talk to me about some of like your backstage experiences and what have that been like as far as your hair concerns? The bad ones, not the good ones.
As far
we'll go
as
to the good ones later, but right.
Okay, we'll save the good ones for later. So I started in this industry, 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago internationally.
Gosh.
And when I started with, not super short hair, but it was shorter than it is now. And as time went, it started growing more and more, right? And I just was ready for a different look. One hairstylist in particular saw it and decided he wanted to straighten it that day. So we straightened it. There was no heat protectant to it. It was just fried. And then throughout that entire fashion week season, everybody just wanted to straighten my hair.
Yeah, I remember being backstage at a show and there would be 10 girls in the bathroom hiding.
Because they didn't want to get their hair straightened,
because they were waiting for me and they didn't want to go to another hairstyle. Like 10, whatever, all the black models would be in the bathroom hiding one by one. Like, I'll wait.
There's still like models who will, once they leave the hair chair, if they're lucky enough to not have their hair fried at that point, they'll go to the bathroom and they're picking it out and they,
Like, I know a lot of black models that feel like I need to come to the shoot done already.
Something I would also like to see is hairstylists not getting offended when a girl says something is not right. I've experienced it one too many times, even now.
I think it's ego.
I think it has to be an ego
I think it's an ego thing.
If somebody is brave enough and courageous enough to tell you, and luckily, like I have that bravery and courage where I can say something doesn't look right, but I know a lot of girls who are scared to say something because they don't want to be labeled as dramatic.
Yes, and that's another thing too. Whenever a model speaks up for herself and she happens to be a model of color, just because of something going on with her look, she is immediately labeled problematic,
dramatic,
whatever.
hard
and it's like,
to work
no, she knows how she looks.
You need to be willing to educate yourself on black hair textures and how to care for black hair, because I've had so many bad experiences with my hair. Got to a point where I had to cut my hair off, and I went bald, and you even cut my hair for me.
I remember that.
Jawara cut my hair for me,
and
it's something that a lot of people need to understand about our hair. It doesn't grow overnight. It doesn't grow overnight.
Yes.
It takes time, but you really have to care for it.
You have to care for it for sure.
And nurture it. And I just, I braid my hair.
I think
and that's another thing that everybody needs to understand. It's not just about because we like braids or because of how it looks. It's actually a protective hairstyle.
It's a protective hairstyle.
And there's so many different hair textures within just our black hair.
Yeah.
Everybody
you
has
range from tight curls all the way to loose to mixed textures.
Fragile.
It's a wide range of loads of different types. I think that the misconception with thick black hair is you have to go at it with loads of heat or you have to kind of attack it. And that to me is a problem in itself. I think that it's about like approaching the hair with some softness, and it's
having
very
the right
manipulative.
products for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the most versatile as far as like bringing it back from straight to curly to whatever you want to do. And I think it's about people really stopping and understanding.
I feel like nowadays too, there's so many resources, right?
Yeah. learn it all.
Something as simple as YouTube
Yeah.
can teach you so much.
Absolutely.
How to do an afro.
Yeah.
Or how to stretch out a black girl's
Take the
hair.
time.
Or even if you want to really straighten it, if that's the look they're going for.
Yeah.
There's ways to, a healthy way to do it.
Absolutely.
Right?
When have you felt like some of the conversations that you're having will instill change or like ignite people to really understand like what's happening? Have you felt like that with any of the conversations or any of the moments that you've been having?
One of the conversations being this one that
Yes.
we're having right now.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
yeah, I've had a few of them. You know, one that I can remember is I did for Victoria's Secret not long ago for their podcast, and I got to have a platform where I could just speak of the same thing that we're speaking about right now,
yeah.
which is a big issue.
I did an exhibition last year. It's called Course, The Ingenuity of Black Beauty. And it's about just a celebration of black hair as a whole and like, you know, like all the stereotypes that kind of like played on them and you know, try to make like a beautiful body of work that people will understand that it's something to be celebrated. Hopefully we will start doing a lot more education so that we never have to feel like this again.
Exactly.